Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons looking like to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year.
Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of Hotep Nation. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of the happenings on the streets, be they the Twitter streets, the YouTube streets, or the streets of Exton, Pennsylvania, may not be disseminated without express written consent from Hotep Nation. If you can't come up with your own award shows, show segments, merch, or other product ideas, just give us a call. Hotep Nation is more than happy to help you grow your brand if the price is right. But stop stealing our shit. Come up with some original ideas or cut the check. Or at least drop a super chat. Damn. You really think we don't know you're watching?
It's Friday, y'all. The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus? Ooh, and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat, Hotep to the Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
It's Friday, y'all. We made it. We made it. Weekend is right around the corner. Tim Taylor says the promo hits different now. It's got a little texture now, doesn't it? Shout out to Heather in the chat, Rudy the Vet, Russo. Thanks to Rudy, we made some classic content this week. Shout out to Rudy and Psych Tyson. Haram Life, DJ Protocol, Strong Dad in the house. Lauren here as always. Kelson Cannon is in the house. Justine Elishon is in his house. Angelia is here. What up, Angelia? Hotep Jesus, you gonna have Alex Jones call in? No, I'm not. Sorry to disappoint you, but I think he's in court right now. Like, isn't Alex in court right now? I don't think he's available to take a call. All right, so this week's been on fire, man. This week was spicy as hell. If y'all missed, this is the first time we've had to move 2 episodes back to back to members only, and people have moved to the some people have moved to the members only and said it's been worth every penny. Some people said, oh man, it's members only. I know it got spicy. So shout out to everybody who is a member and saw the last 2 episodes, and shout out to everybody who witnessed them live, which I think is just a much better experience because of the interaction in the chats, etc., etc. So yeah, Emily said, been a good week for content. I agree. Members only episodes should be the way. You think so, right? You think I should always make the episodes members only? I should probably leave like 1 open a week. Catch it alive or pay to see the good ones. Yeah. If it's a really good one, I should just make it members only. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you gotta catch it live. And if you get here late, then you're gonna have to be a member. Members only to keep Leonardo from watching. I still don't think she was watching. I really don't think she was watching the show. I think one of y'all was snitching in here and ran back and told her. Because if she's as racist as she portrays herself to be, why would she be watching this show? All the N-bombs and stuff, and you watch, out of anything you could watch, you're watching Hotep Jesus? I'd love to toot my own horn. I am a bit narcissistic. I'm a bit self-centered. And arrogant. But I just don't believe it. I think that was pure cap. If you think that was cap, put some caps in the chat, y'all. Put some caps in the chat. I just want to see if y'all on the same page as me. 2 to 3 a week, yeah. When keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah. She's a satirical comic, bro. I don't know if I buy that.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I don't know if I buy that. You think it was Sam? Sam told her? Maybe. Speaking of Sam, somewhere on my schedule, hold on, let me check my schedule. I'll be on the Tinfoil podcast soon. I left Twitter behind when everyone went racist for clicks. Good on you, man. I had to mute and unfollow some people this morning. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to see this on my timeline. We got Legal Mindset. So Legal Mindset is going to give me the rundown on the Young Thug case. I'm going to upload the raw and uncut version of that interview to my locals and members only for 24 hours. And then everybody else will be able to get it for free thereafter. Is this it here? Is this Tuesday at noon? No, that's somebody else. I don't think they added themselves to my calendar yet. So waiting. I'm supposed to be on Tinfoil Hat podcast soon. So when keeping it real goes wrong, you had to mute the N-word. It got bad, man. Got bad. You know, my issue was she just seemed so defensive yesterday. I was just like, why are you so defensive? Like, I just, like she was like, oh, you're trying to corner me. And see, you started with the gotcha. Because the first question I asked, I was like, yo, you still in the black guys, And she, whatever. Anyway, Strong Dad June. Coupon code Strong Dad June for the month of June. We're halfway there. 45% off, so take advantage. We got the sleep support supplement out now. We got the testosterone. Flopex is still flowing. She says, yeah, screen recordings and everything, yeah. We have a mole? Yeah, there's always going to be a mole. There's not much you can do about that, but there's always going to be somebody watching. That's why, our ideas get stolen. There's always some producer of a show somewhere, just looking for ideas. And the Hoteps, well, we stay with them, It comes with being creative. Let's get into today's show. First things first, we gotta just brighten up the mood a bit here. Let's loosen everybody up. I haven't had a chance to watch or listen to this yet. I want to do, I like to give you guys my organic action. We got some new Bible music from Bryson Gray. Let's take a listen. Is this YouTube safe? This looks graphic.
Look around, it's all out of place, and all the monsters look like your friends. I said a quiet part out loud. I see it in your face. You'd hurt me if you just give the chance. But baby, wait for you shoot. Look in the mirror and see who you think I am. Wait, stop blaming it all. Stop blaming it all on me. And I say, wait, stop. They love to shoot the messenger. Don't look down, no one's in your way. It'll be a place in the end. You need someone to blame right now. That's the only way. Say they just try, you just play pretend. Oh baby, wait for you shoot. Look in the mirror and see who you think I am. Wait, stop blaming it all. Stop blaming it all on me. And I say, wait, stop blaming it all. Stop blaming it all on me. Oh, they love to shoot messengers. Wait, stop.
Oh, nah. You are now tuned in to the Grift Report Radio. Ayo. Nah. When the guitar kicked in, see, I didn't see he said he made an indie alternative song. I didn't even read the alt part. I was just like, okay, Christian persecution, my eyes. So he doing alternative music now too? Somebody says no style he can't do. He's been on fire since he found his helper. Who's his helper? Yo, Protocol, you gotta play this one at HotepCon, bro. You gotta play this one at the spot. Oh, you at the studio? Oh, you got this on the big speakers? Oh, Protocol, I'm jealous. Oh, man. Angelia said, I'm loving Bryson's musical evolution. Yeah. Got so many different styles. Yeah. Oh, my God. Hey, yo, let me get 5 emojis in the chat if that's elite music. 1 if you ain't like it. Let me get some honest reviews. 5 emojis in the chat if you think that one was amazing. Oh, my Lord. Hold on. Let me put mine in there. Hold on. I want to participate in the chat too. Y'all not about to have fun without me. Tari gave it 1 mic. Nah, you bugging. Bloodstep said 4. I will say this. I can be picky. I feel like I think the record was 2-tracked, and I really wanted to hear some separation, like a guitar solo at the end, even if you just separated the guitar out, right? Some separation with the drums. I really think an engineer, if he would have got this tracked out, could have really took this to like a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? I really like this record though. The beat is fire. It needs to be longer. I would, and that's what I'm saying. Like if he had it tracked out, we had the guitar solo and then like a bridge, it would have been longer. Strong Dad Protocol. Damn, Strong Dad, you giving it that many? I ain't never seen Strong Dad do that ever. Strong Dad like that one. Damn. I really like that record. I wonder what Goldstein thinks about that one. Did I set Bryson up with some Apex? I should do that. I should definitely do that. Because he's on fire right now. Wait, hold on a second. Rudy said we got DMs and texts. Let's go to war. We got ammo. Oh shit, here we go. If you don't hit the like button, you an op, says Lauren. That's correct. Hit the like button. The same people feeding the Red Wokes gave Candace the woke right, called her a fed, wait, what? The same people feeding the Red Wokes and gave Candace the woke right, called her and fed her the goods. She basically ain't posted since the show yesterday. No, she did. She posted. I seen her post. Great show last night. Thank you. Damn, Elon said listen to it again. She listened to your advice from the first episode in her initial interview. When you questioned her, you had told her not to answer the questions. She dodged. Interesting. Good point. That's a good point. She did take my advice. That's a good point, Angelia. I did say that. Dropping gems on here and people are taking heed. I love that. Said, I'm glad Bryson's song was the first thing I saw on Twitter today. Yeah. My timeline has become much more peaceful ever since I started muting people and unfollowing people. Today I unfollowed Josh Denny. It's just corny, He's just corny. So I had to unfollow him. I'm just like, I gotta let it go. I need something, I want. Can we talk about this really fast? It is fucking celebrity meme coin season. I don't want to see shit on my timeline but fucking money, okay? I'm trying to race to these goals. Hotepistan must be built. So, I don't know if y'all saw it. So, Hulk Hogan rugged a bunch of people, allegedly. Some other chick rugged some people. Who is the other one? Andrew Tate's out. Matter of fact, let's go look at that. Let's see what his coin's doing right now. So it's kind of like it's a stable coin. What's today? Friday the 14th. Yeah, it's been a stable coin ever since. This is going to zero. I believe he said he burned his supply. So I don't know what that's going to do to the price, but I'm out. I took my profits and I'm out. Then there's also Mother, which is Iggy Azalea. No, not that. Here we go. Mother, how's Mother doing? Is this the right one? I don't know if this... yeah, I think this is the right one. Here's Mother. It's not doing too good. She had... I think this pump right here was when she was on with that dude. I forget his name. The one that gives you bad financial advice on TV. It's a nice little pump right there, and it's just been dying ever since. So then there was Lil Pump, and the new one now is Waka Flocka. So that's all I want to see on my timeline is what celeb is about to create a coin and pump it so I can make some change. You know what I'm saying? I want to get in as early as possible. So I follow Waka Flocka. I have his... Oh, Soulja Boy's has a coin too. Let's see what Soulja Boy's coin is doing. Hold on a second. Here's Soulja. Looks like the fun on that one is over. Especially now with, all the meme coins down. It's treacherous times in meme coin land now. It's really, if you want to take any longs, it's probably accumulation time. But then Waka Flocka's about to drop a coin, I believe. It looks like he's moving in the way of Solana. So I got his notifications turned on. And so, yeah, what we're about to see is it's like the new NFT run when celebrities are all pumping NFTs. I'm trying to figure out an analogy. Chat, help me out here. What is the celeb Jim Cramer? Yeah. What is an analogy for these meme coins? It's like celebrities, let's eliminate the SEC from the situation. Let's act like the SEC will never intrude, right? What does it mean when every celebrity has their own coin? What is that a good analogy for that? Because right now we're getting like B, not even B, like these are all D-list celebrities, right? So we're getting D-list celebrities. And, a lot more people are going to come into this space. A lot more people. I think this is a net positive for crypto. Yeah, Wu-Tang coin, it would be fire. That would be fire. Renee says it's a sign of the top. I asked that question. I asked my timeline, is this the bottom or is this the top? I'm leaning towards the bottom. I think we're closer to the bottom because there's a lot of people that haven't gotten in the crypto game, and I feel like celebrities are gonna be the ones that create adoption in the crypto. Yeah. Also, it's like with everybody getting in, is there enough liquidity to support all of these celebrities? That's my only thing. I think we might run a little thin on liquidity, or will there be more whales coming in? Or will the celebrities themselves be, putting some Bitcoin in? There's a Wu-Tang coin. It's on BTC. But is it a meme coin? Don't nobody want no Bitcoin coin. If you want a Bitcoin coin, go get yourself some Syscoin.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Anyway, let's get to Strong Dad Jew message of the day, brought to you by none other than the Strong Dad. I don't know what he said today, but we're gonna have to see and wait. Let's pull this up on your screen. Hold on, let me close out that tab. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what we got, y'all.
What up, y'all? Strong Dad June, day number 14, and yesterday I taught you about the syndication of sorrows, and rightfully, many of you asked me, so where does a man find therapy then? Men are hardwired to find therapeutic results through order, through skill building and execution, essentially the refinement of oneself. So, I really had to think about this, and I created a list of 7 places or 7 things a man can legitimately turn to actually find therapy. And no, a good woman, a therapist, and a friend are not on this list because unfortunately a lot of men in this world will not find one or all of the 3 in time. Let's begin. Heavy weights. A mountain to climb or a forest to hike. A punching bag. Educational literature. Solitude for meditation. A fulfilling career or some type of self-employment. A skill, sport, or hobby that he is passionate about. Listen, if you pour yourself into any one of these things, I promise you, what you're actually looking for, that therapy, it's going to find you. Happy Strong Dad June.
You know what? I disagree. Nah, I'm playing. That shit was fire. Nah, that's true. An idle mind is a devil's playground. You know what I'm saying? And the cure for depression is work. Like putting in work, eases the soul. Like a good day's work equals a good night's rest. And he's absolutely right about that. Tari said, I was about to say. Oh, the runes. Yeah. I know about the runes. Yeah. Purpose. Men need purpose. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway. Time for everybody's favorite segment of the day. Grifter of the day. Sorry, I did that wrong. Men of order moment of the day. My bad. Men of Order moment of the day brought to you by Men of Order, menoforder.com. Natural supplements for active men. Men with ambition, men with goals. 45% off with coupon code StrongDadJune. Men of Order moment of the day goes out to Marshawn Lynch. Let's take a look.
Is there a man here with you? Okay, so I do. I cuss a lot. I cuss in front of them. So look, I cuss a lot. All right, that's okay. No, my son's in here. It's not okay. Is there a man here with you? Is not a man here with you?
But I'm here. What does that matter?
Because
my son is leaving. I don't care. It's my son.
So tell them
did you want me to do? They all
but I'll tell them that if they're not doing what they need to do, then yes, there's consequences to that. Yeah. If it takes that amount of time for when I tell a kid to do something and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, then there is consequences, like push-ups, like running laps, like
away from your
like telling them to get out of my drill if they're not participating, doing right, get the out of my drill, get the out of my drill, or whatever it takes to get my drill.
This old, the lessons are still good. First of all, is there a man with you? Is there a man here with you? I don't want to talk to this little boy's mama. Where's daddy at? I love that. Because I really don't want to argue with moms. Like, men should speak to men. Women should speak to women. I coach. And I remember one of the moms came up to me and was talking about her son and shit like that. And all I could think was, that's why your son a bitch now.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's why your son a bitch now. That's why he's having problems now. Because he can't handle no criticism. Because can't nobody dig in his ass. Pause. So I felt that. I felt that at a coaching level because I coach. And I ain't got no time for that shit, man. You know, the funny thing is some parents send their kids into sports just for that. Just so a coach could scream and yell at their son because they don't want to do it, because they're too afraid to do it. That's facts, and that's wild. I remember my homeboy Diego said he was coaching the team, and Diego's, you know, he's a very soft-spoken dude, and he said he got fired because the parents said he was too easy on the kids. But when you move into sports, right, you want somebody that's gonna discipline your son, and you know, in that field, whatever sport it may be, whatever activity that may be. But this is why women create gay sons.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Because they want to fucking coddle them all the fucking time. No, let that nigga bleed. Let him hurt. Let them feel pain. Let them feel struggle. That's the problem with the moms nowadays. They don't let their kids struggle and fight for nothing. Make your kids earn everything. Make them earn their bed.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Word is bond. You say, yo, you want a bed? Earn it. Don't sleep in that bed no more. Do not sleep in the bed. You sleep on the floor. You get a pillow and you get a sheet. You want a blanket? Earn it. You want new shoes? Earn it. You want a bed? Earn it. You want a phone? Earn it. It's the only way you're going to build strong kids, man. You give everything to them, you're going to ruin them, yo. I'm telling you right now, you're going to ruin them. He said, my son's soccer coach is militant. That's what you need. HJ, Psych Tyson is a soccer coach, never lost a game. The parents and other coaches hate him. Kids love him. See, there you go. Yeah. Sure. I got time for this bullshit. Soft ass moms coddling your son. That's why the nigga got problems now. Anyway, I jumped the gun before, but it's time for Grifter of the Day. Grifter of the Day, here we go. Tyler goes to the Breakfast Club.
Been about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not?
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like the character. That's good. That's even better.
Next one, please.
That's even better. Been about your identity.
Fire ass clip. Why am I saying this? Well, first of all, let's give you some background. Tyler is R&B artist or some shit like that. Some artist out of South Africa, kind of popular. She got a nice little bop on the radio right now. It's a bop. And she went in an interview one time and they asked her something, or she said something about not being black and being colored. And, you know, the black wokes attacked her. And I had a little fun this morning when I saw the clip. I decided to do, I wouldn't say trolling. It was more like, I don't know what to call it actually. But I'll show you what happened. So here's this person that says, why does the world have to explain themselves to black Americans? They don't have the last say on blackness or race. We don't live for them or through them. You shouldn't have explained yourself, as they have shown that they don't want to comprehend your history. Now, we're going to get to her letter in a second. And I said, because we have the power to dry up your career in music. And that was a bit controversial. So here come the Africans, or maybe Africans. So somebody said wanting Tyler to be black is as weird as wanting Rachel Dolezal to be black, and I say Rachel is black. So I'm trolling in the comments, and really I just kind of wanted to see. It was just more like, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Inquisitive is maybe the word. And they said, who are you to drive her music? And I said, the consumer. And they were livid. And this person says, dry it then. What are you waiting for? 40 million people thinking they can even move a needle when it comes to international matters is hilarious. And I said, isn't that why Tyler released a statement? Because Tyler shook. Tyler shook. These is woke Africans. I don't even think they woke Africans, yo. I think these niggas is just as real as the bots on the woke right and the woke left. There's bot farms for every demographic. You got the crypto bots, you got the Africa bots, you got your woke right bots, you got your woke left bots. There's bots for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I just kind of want to just talk about this really fast. Like, I was at a Fat Farm fashion show. I was, long story short, I wanted the opportunity to be a part of a Fat Farm fashion show in New York City. I think it was Fifth Ave Macy's. And I had a chance to meet Russell Simmons. This is back when he was running Fat Farm and Def Jam. And because I was running a record label, I wanted some advice from him. And I said, yo, what's some good advice you can give me? And all he said to me was, yo, just take over the streets. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then I walked away. That was it. That's all I needed from him. He said, take over the streets. I was like, So, it's not that black culture possesses cancel culture. It's more like gaining or losing interest. And there was a Nielsen study on who was like the most loyal demographic to brands, and I think Hispanics were like the most loyal demographic to brands. And I forget where black people sat, but I think they were right behind Spanish. But when it comes to culture, black Americans drive a ton of fucking culture, okay? And again, it's mostly because we weren't victims of the Puritanism age here in America, which basically destroyed creativity. And that's the reason why, according to Thaddeus Russell, why white people lost their rhythm, because of the Puritanism age. But the truth of the matter is, black people drive a tremendous amount of culture. So we have the ability to create you or cremate you. There have been people who, well, look at Black Lives Matter. When black people finally realized what was going on with Black Lives Matter, it was a wrap. Not even white liberals could keep Black Lives Matter afloat. You know what I'm saying? When you think about gays, who do gays emulate? They emulate black American women. Who do Africans dress like when they're not dressing like Africans? They dress like black Americans, right? And so we drive a lot of culture. So if we decide that we are not going to listen to your music anymore, then, your music's just going to die. And music today, has a shelf life of like 2 seconds. So it's just on to the next one. Like one false move from the black community, and it's not exactly cancel culture. It's just more like lack of interest. For example, the destruction of Drake. Eminem just recently overtook Drake for the most listened to artist on Spotify. Drake has fallen off because the culture chose Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar eradicated Drake. So we do have the ability, not through cancel culture, just through lack of interest. right? So if Tyler makes one false move, it's not like we're going to be like, yo, cancel her, stop listening to music, boycott. It's just going to be like, she corny. You're just not cool anymore. And that's what a lot of this stuff comes down to. You just saw, who's old girl? Old girl that was on the Bernie Mac show. She had to turn to OnlyFans because she couldn't get no more gigs. Now, I'm not saying that's black people's fault. You know, it may be more of a Hollywood thing, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the truth of the matter is, you know, black culture drives a ton of culture. Let's go back now. Let's go back and let's look at some more of these responses from these fake accounts. So this guy says, that's honestly such a myth. I didn't expect someone like you to repeat it. It's a myth? It's a myth that black people drive culture? Madman Chad says, honestly, I respect black people for the ability to do that, and you are right, I've seen it. Yeah, black people can collectively ignore something fast. Yeah. It's just a lack of interest. So this guy says black Americans are not moving the needle like they think they are. If that was the case, Morgan Whalen and anyone else who offended black Americans would be over with. Instead, they're flourishing. And I'm like, who the fuck is Morgan Whalen? Right? Like, and he's like, oh, I'm familiar with your game, Mr. Hotep. I should have realized. And I'm like, I Googled him, a Western artist. Why is this pertinent? He said it isn't really. Just threw a name out there to make a point that whether black Americans like you or not, you can still be very successful. You guys aren't gatekeepers of success in entertainment. And that is true. You do not need the black community to have success. You don't need anybody's help to have success in this world. You just need a market, a demographic, and loyal fans, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can have success. But everybody knows that if you can get black people to like you, you will be liked around the fucking world. And that's what Tyler wants. She wants extreme success, not regular success, extreme success. She wants to go as far as she can. There's a reason why Justin Bieber collabs with rappers. There's a reason why when Miley Cyrus steps on the scene, she collabs with rappers and she goes the hip hop route. A lot of these white artists, these white pop artists, matter of fact, here's a good example, Pink. When Pink first came out, the record label told her, she was making like alternative music, the record label marketed her as a white girl in R&B, but that wasn't her. And she's talked about this before. But they knew that they said, like, if you really want to pop off, you want the black consumer base, and that's because the black consumer base is like, they're star makers. You see that with even when the black community decides to cancel somebody, it makes you a star. It's the lack of interest that will lower your success. Justine says she liked that record. Yeah. And then, you know, there's the rest of the comments, delusional. And these are all like, so this is what I'll be talking about. Like, you got to be careful because some people be like, oh, Africans don't even like us. And I'm like, yo, these accounts ain't even real people. You know, like, look at these Anon accounts and whatnot. Who are these people? So here we go. We got some more. It says, there are more people in South Africa alone than a number of African Americans. You're not drying up a spot of shit. And I said, and you're not one of them. Mostly because this is not a real account. This is not a real person, right? Again, not a real person. And they even admit, I never said I was. I'm neither African American nor South African. So what's your point? Exactly. So people who are a part of neither demographic chiming in on some shit that they know nothing about. And it's so easy to expose these people, right? But look at the brain deadness in this. There are more people in South Africa than a number of African Americans. So why didn't Tyler stay in the South African market? And the truth of the matter is, because don't nobody give a fuck who makes people popping in South Africa. Go look at Burna Boy. Burna Boy don't get popping until he gets the American market behind him. These are just facts. These are just facts. I'm not even going to deal with the fact that she tried to compare two different populations. It's just kind of weird. What this should have been was an equal comparison. It would have been like, what's the black population of South Africa? In fact, let me ask. I don't know. This is just something good to know. Black population, South Africa. And what I don't do, I don't deal in the the clapbacks on all the problems that Africa goes through. As of 2022, black Africans make up the majority of South Africa's population at approximately 49.1 million people. Wait, what? Wait a second. There's only 60 million people in South Africa? What's the black population in America? Isn't it like 400 million or something like? 41 million. I knew it was a 4. I'm sorry. 41 million, and they got 49.1 black South Africans. So you have enough black South Africans to make her pop. Why did she come here? Because y'all don't have the facilities to make somebody pop. It's just not, it's not built into your country. Entertainment is America's #1 export, and it's mostly due to the Negro, at a fault or whatever. This guy says, it's the Jews that control the music industry that can draw shit up, not you. See how the Jews effed up your Kanye? And I said, but his last album went '1, which proves like consumers always gonna rule. The consumer's always gonna rule. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next piece here and see what this fool had to say. And then I'll give a round out take on what I feel about this whole situation.
Yo, I'm in Vegas right now for the Gervonta Davis fight, but I had to say one thing because no one else is going to say it. So even though I know no one ever wants me to be the person to say things, no one else says anything, so I'm going to say it. I don't know if you've seen the video going around of Charlemagne blindsiding Tyler with questions.
Wait a second. I got to take somebody's wrench away. Why is he blocking people's quotes? Blocking people's stuff? Hotep Yatu Saves, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Why are you blocking people, bro? Did you get hacked, B? Hold on. Take that nigga wrench away. I had to snatch your wrench. I think you hacked, bro. You hacked, bro. Accident. I gotta take your wrench, man. You being irresponsible, man. All right, let's go back.
About a variety of topics and just saying mean things, being vulgar to her the second the interview started, just being nasty and a bully as he often can be. I just want to let you know why that is. We were given a list of things she did or did not want to talk about, which is not unusual. And you can decide what, how much you care about avoiding those topics. And maybe you might say, hey, you know what? If they don't want to talk about this, we're not going to do the interview. In this case, obviously they said yes to doing the interview. And then I know this because I've seen the list. He then went down the list and intentionally blindsided her about every single topic that they said she hoped not to talk about. Everyone's making about one thing, but it's a multitude of topics that he brought up that were on that list. And if you see the video, he took pride in sticking it to the label and did that, not worrying about how it made Tyler feel, who was a young artist, who's already apprehensive and uncomfortable, and made this experience miserable and made it bad for other people who would like to interview her, because that's the kind of guy he is. But he sits on a throne, and he calls himself a god. So, I mean, he's obviously a big man.
Oh, this is personal. This is his competitor. So the label said, here are questions you're not allowed to ask and all of that. I don't know how I feel about that. I can see both ways. Let's go to Tyler's statement. Tyler says, yo, guys, never denied my blackness. I don't know where that came from. I'm mixed with black, Zulu, Irish, Mauritanian, Indian, and colored. Apparently in South Africa, colored is like mixed, I think. In South, I would be classified as a colored woman. In other places, I would be classified as a black woman. Race is classified differently in different parts of the world. I don't expect to be identified as colored outside of South by anyone not comfortable doing so because I understand the weight of that word outside of SA, South Africa. But to close this conversation, I'm both colored in South Africa and black woman. As a woman for the culture, it's and not or. With that being said, Asambe. So, she's black or claiming to be black. I really don't give a fuck. I gotta be honest with you. Whether she's black or not is inconsequential to my life and whether I support her music or not. Just put out good music. It's like, this is the creation coming out of those Marxist woke universities. When you come out and you hear somebody say, hey, I'm colored, right? And you go, no, you're black. Like, you want to take your ideology and place it on someone else and tell them what they are, which is contradictory to what the left believes, because the left believes you can identify as a damn donkey if you want to. So the fact that we're having identity politics enter this conversation where we're questioning whether or not she's admitting to be black is kind of the left eating itself. Hotep Yatu Sabes, he said, shekels were disturbing the show. My pup got into some shit, Hotep. Hotep Yatu Sabes. Yeah, I figured you got hacked. That's why I had to remove it, because I didn't want you to continue, like, just fucking the chat up. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if, like, what, was it a short-term ban? Was it just a comment removed? So I just wanted to make sure if you got hacked. Aunt Bailey says, guitar went crazy. Shout out to Bryson. Word. That shit was fire. Thanks, Aunt. Appreciate you, bro. And YouTube just did some dumb shit. Okay, here we go. We're back. Sounds quite religious? Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next grifter. Check this shit out. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Wait a second. Whoa. Wait, whoa. Did that? Oh. They deleted it? So is that fake news? Wait, why did they delete? Wait a second. I saw a report earlier that said Ian Miles Cheong was having issues with the Malaysian police. This account here, Censored Men, posted it, and the tweet is now gone. Oh shit. Was that fake news? Wow. Today's the 14th. What happened? Why did he retract that? Oh, here we go. I took my previous tweets down about a certain Malaysian journalist as the NGO conducting the investigation contacted me and told me that they had wished for him to remain unnamed until further notice. Even though they didn't mention the name of the journalist, using the information given, I made a prediction about who they were talking about. Still, out of respect for ongoing investigation, I decided to delete the tweets. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, I thought it was a meme too, but the shit he posted today looked real as hell. Like, straight up real. It looked very real. And, you know, we got the AIs, Photoshop, and all of that, so that doesn't really mean much. But I guess we're going to have to get an update on this later. And it kind of makes sense, right? Like, I think the issue is you don't want him to be alerted because then he'll flee the country. You know what I'm saying? So you sort of want to be able to build your investigation, make him think he's safe and keep doing what he's doing, and then bum rush his crib, swat that motherfucker, and then arrest his ass. Nah, I think he's alive. I think he's alive. Unfortunately. Anyway. Look at this. The grift continues. And it seems to be centered around Outkick. It seems like, and this guy follows me too, Bobby Barack. Look at this shit. Hardly anyone will dare to say this, so I will. The only reason there is toxicity around Caitlin Clark is because black WNBA players and black media figures are irate a white girl is the biggest star in a black sport. Let's stop walking on eggshells. The fuck is going on over at Outkick, yo? The fuck is going on over at Outkick? Is Outkick like the sports woke, right? Like, come the fuck on, yo. Go write about something worthwhile, man. These motherfuckers over here talking about some bullshit. Some of the biggest accolades with Clayton Clark have come from black sports commentators, but I'm sure that your interesting opinion will draw some interest. This is terrible. Called Tyrus ass. The absolute state of fucking politics on the right. Next up, it looks like the Democrats have a new grifter. Do y'all know this guy? Let me know in the chat. Thumbs up if you've seen this cat before. Let's listen.
It's always crazy to me whenever I hear...
He's got a Democrat accent. Listen to the Democrat accent. There's no black in this nigga's voice at all.
People say that black men support Trump or black people should support Trump because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, let's say, for example, you want our community to have better access to education. Well, it was Trump and Republicans that rolled back diversity, equity, inclusion, which has been helping us for generations after we've been held back. Or let's say you want to see our community.
Yo, he do look like Tariq Nasheed. I said the same shit. He looked just like Tariq Nasheed. I thought he was Tariq Nasheed when I first saw him, when I first scrolled past him. Trump rolled back DEI? How did Trump roll back DEI? I didn't even know DEI was a thing when Trump was in office. What did Trump... What? When did this happen? Okay, let's read about this. Okay. Last September, President Trump issued an executive order that directly threatened the ongoing efforts to address racial disparities in the workplace. It affected government agencies, nonprofits, and other institutions that had federal contracts or plans to apply for them. The stated purpose of the order was to combat offensive and anti-American race and sex stereotyping, but in reality, the equity gag order aimed to censor the use of language that fell within the vague definitions of divisive concepts and race and sex scapegoating, targeting the teachings of critical race theory specifically. The order had a chilling effect on free speech and dissemination of truthful information about systemic and structural inequalities, which undermines workplace equality for... What? What? Where's the executive order? Show me the executive order. And I'm anti-DEI, by the way. Fuck that DEI. I don't even remember this. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to see if there's... He says here, from the battlefield of Gettysburg to the bus boycott in Montgomery and the Selma to Montgomery marches, heroic Americans have valiantly risked their lives to ensure that their children grew up in a nation living out its creed expressed in the Declaration of Independence. It was this belief in the inherent equality of every individual that inspired Foundation Generation to risk their lives, blah, 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 President Lincoln, blah, blah, blah. Today, however, people are pushing a different America that is grounded in hierarchies based on collective social and political identities rather than an inherent... This ideology is rooted in a pernicious and false belief that America is an irredeemable, racist, and sexist country, that some people, simply on account of their race and prejudice... Okay, so training materials from Argonne National Laboratories, a federal entity, stated that racism is interwoven into every fabric of America and describes statements like colorblindness and the meritocracy as actions of bias. Materials from Sandia National Laboratories, also a federal entity for non-minority males. What the fuck is a non-minority male? Stated that an emphasis on rationality over emotionality was a characteristic of white males and asked those present to acknowledge their privilege to each other. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. I agree with Trump on this. Like, this is like, you know, the fact that rationality over emotionality is attributed to white men. What does that say about black men? Are black men supposed to be emotional? Like, no, this is true. We need to have rationality over emotion. Like, what the fuck? And what is this? Colorblindness and meritocracy as actions of bias. So I think the interesting part here is you're a government agency, right? So it says here, Smithsonian Institution Museum graphic recently claimed that concepts like objective, rational, linear thinking, hard work being the key to success, the nuclear family, and a belief in single God are not values that unite Americans of all races, but are instead aspects and assumptions of whiteness. The museum also stated that facing your whiteness is hard and can result in feelings of guilt, sadness, confusion, defensiveness, and fear. Yeah, I mean, if you're a government agency, you've got to, you can't have verbiage like this. All right, I just want to get caught up. I'm sorry. I just want to get caught up. Yeah, so the executive order, I would stand by the executive order. Let's go back.
Community, which have been massively underfunded for years and years, for generations and generations, finally get back on its feet by fixing the potholes, fixing the cracks in the road, fixing the sidewalks.
The potholes? Where's Eric July? Fuck them hoe-ass roads. Fuck is he talking about? The roads and cracks? The roads look like shit, bro. The infrastructure is much bigger than them roads.
Well, Trump tried for years to get an infrastructure law, and it wasn't until President Biden came in with the bipartisan infrastructure bill that's starting to fix these projects within our communities. Or let's say you have a mother, or a sister, or a daughter. Well, Donald Trump is actively trying to ban abortion in all 50 states.
Chat, if he's a op, put op in the chat. If he's a op, type op in the chat, bruh. Please. 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 He's zesty. Yeah, this is a zestocracy. Yes, this nigga zesty as hell. The fuck is going on?
Without zero exceptions for rape or incest. When the black female mortality rate is higher than any other race. You can't claim to be with us and enact policies that would actively go and harm us. And despite what some people on the other side may go and try to tell you, black people did not benefit from slavery. And life sure as heck was not better for blacks under Jim Crow. So the point is, if we want to continue to see positive change within our...
Yeah, I've had enough of this nigga. It's a op. It's a op. Don't nobody want to hear from this nigga. He a op. And he got a Democrat accent. Might want to hear that shit. Sound like a white boy.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Sandy Hook families want to seize Alex Jones' social media accounts. Alex Jones assets to be sold to help pay $1.5 billion owed to Sandy Hook's parents. Houston judge rules. The judge is yet to make a ruling on free speech system's separate bankruptcy case. So let's get the latest update. It looks like they're trying to shut InfoWars down completely. What's the latest? Alex Jones gives press conference at federal courthouse in Houston.
A day. I've got all these incredible groups that want to work for me. President Biden, all of them are the ones that are collapsing. The American people.
What's the update? Can he keep his Twitter account? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because that was kind of crazy. They said he might not be able to keep his Twitter account. Okay, so it says his personal assets to be liquidated. And the judge is now deciding on the InfoWars site. I'm going to take a guess here and say that the judge is not going to take down InfoWars. And this is just completely a hunch here. I have nothing to back this up with other than just good common sense. I'm not going to tell you some of the things I'm putting together to figure this out, because we'll wait and see, and I'll tell you after the fact how I knew. But I'm pretty sure All right, let's see what they said here. Okay. Personal assets. Okay. Let's go here. Let's see what America First post says. Let's see. So he can keep his home in Austin and other specific exempted items. His personal assets are valued around $9 million. He has already attempted to sell his Texas ranch worth $2.8 million. How's that even going to come close to $1.5 billion? It remains unclear whether his social media accounts will be turned over to the court, which the Sandy Hook families requested, according to Reuters. Okay, so we still don't know. It looks like the judge is still deliberating on this. Somebody in the chat is crazy. Justine, why are y'all wilding? Why are y'all deleting people's comments, man? They're not even bad. They're trying to make them destitute? Yeah. Alex already shifted away InfoWars from his ownership, did he? That's pretty smart. Do his social media accounts have monetary value? Of course they do. It's all Megyn Kelly's fault? Is that true? Here's a motherfucker. I hate these fucking companies breaking. This isn't breaking news. We knew this like 4 hours ago, bro. Like, you posted this just 6 minutes ago. Like, this is fucking 4 hours ago we had this information, bro. All right, so we got to wait and see. My guess is he's going to be able to keep his Twitter account and his social medias. InfoWars isn't going anywhere. They're still going to broadcast. It's protected under a corporation, so you can't, like, legally come after it if the lawsuit is against him, the person. And I'll tell you how I know this after everything plays out. And, you know, it's basically deductive reasoning. I never understood why they reward the families $1 billion. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. We're about to go to the phone lines in a second. Text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631 if you want to get in on the phone lines. Am I going to TPUSA or AFPAC this weekend? I'm going to AFPAC. Detroit. I'll be at the AFPAC this weekend. I'm pulling up deep too. I got homies in Detroit. I got family in Detroit. Most of them are gang affiliated. So when we pull up, we pulling up deep. And I just want to see what kind of energy people bring when we pull up deep. That's all. And I'm just there to support. But I'm going to pull up on AFPAC, see what the Gripers are about. And I'm going to pull up deep. And see if they let us in. I'm probably going to have, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 homies with me. Some may or may not be strapped legally or illegally. So, you know, hopefully there's no detectors at the door. But yeah, I'm going to be pulling up on AFPAC this weekend to show some love. You know, show some love to Nick Fuentes. I have a feeling we'll see Miss Lily White out there, so I might take a picture with her. You know, I'll be her favorite nigga. So, yeah, shout out to AFPAC. I want to pull up, man. I want to see what it's all about. You know, they said I'm not going to get the what's the name treatment because I'm not gay. What's that guy's name? Rob Smith. Yeah. Stop snitching. I'm not snitching. What are you talking about? I'm not snitching. Keep my head on the swivel. Well, I'm coming with a squad, so they'll be watching my back. But I'm not concerned. I don't think anything will happen. I just kind of want to check out the event and see what see what they're up to, how they talk, etc., etc. It's better than going to the TPUSA event. But Detroit's not far from me, so getting out there is pretty easy. And I got fam out there, and I got one cousin. I ain't gonna say his name, but I remember being going to family reunions, and he be throwing up his sets and shit like that. And I always looked up to him, because I would get to the family reunion and I'd look for him. And he was like my big cuz. And he's jacked, right? He's jacked. He fucking benches 300 pounds. He's just fucking jacked, and he's fucking lunatic. And he would just be like, let's go. And he would just take me places, and we just would be lost. And I'd be like, I don't even think I'm supposed to be here right now. But we would just go places, and we would, get into shit. So I told him I'm pulling up, and, I'm going to need some, some backup. And he said, I got you, cuz. And I said, word. So I'm good. I got a big family, a huge family, and half of them are gang affiliated, literally. So it's pretty much not a major city in New Jersey that I can't call and have 10 gang affiliated members pull up. Dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Jake Shields will be at AFPAC. Yeah, he is. Word. I talked to Jake Shields this morning. I told him I'll be out there. So yeah, I'm pulling up, man. We're gonna show some love, and we're gonna see, how do the Grapers interact with black people, especially when there are multiple of us. And hopefully we get some really good pictures with Nick and the rest of the team. So yeah. So this could go. It could be interesting. So check your timeline this weekend. I plan on creating some fireworks this weekend. We're gonna see what everyone is about. Let's see. Are you about it? Are you about it? Let's go to the Super Dap of the day, brought to you by the Super Dap app. Super Dap Dap Day brought to you by Super Dap AI. Follow Super Dap AI over on x.com. All right. Super Dap Dap of the day. Shout out to the Syscoin squad. Let's go to the tape.
I've been getting so many of these comments from obviously Arab people telling me that the Arabs are a peaceful nation, etc., etc. Now, I'm not disputing that there are really good Arab people, and I mean there's a few that I know personally that are good people. But when you guys say things like this, do you think that people have forgotten the Arab slave trade? Do you think that we are not aware of the discrimination that Muslims, dark-skinned Muslims, face in Sudan? Do you think that we are not aware of the racism towards other races and darker-skinned Muslims across the continent? Do you think we don't have access to newspapers? Do you think that we don't have access to people posting footage of how it is that they get mistreated by certain Arab people? Like where do you think we live? Where do we think, genuinely, where do you guys think we live? I'm sorry, but no. But if you want to, we could get into the Arab slave trade. We can also discuss the fact that until 1962, which was when slavery was abolished in Saudi Arabia and Yemen, you guys still traded slaves. 1962, that's 60 years ago. So kindly do not come at me with, no, please, no.
Keep telling y'all, not all these motherfuckers is with that Free Palestine movement. Real Hoteps know.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep Yatu Save's goals are meant to be reached. Thank you, sir.
Oh, this a real.
Appreciate
Hotep
you.
brother.
Let's go to the phone lines. Text Hotep your name 202-596-5631. We'll be right back after this short brief commercial break.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
We got Rudy on the line. Rudy, what's up, bro?
What's happening, brother? Happy Hotep Friday, man. Weekend is here, man. All y'all are taking off. I'm about to grind it out, man. 15-hour days for the next 2 days, but I'm going to make my money. So it's all good.
You about to get some paper this weekend?
But that's what I do, man. Every Friday and Saturday, man. I work 2 15-hour shifts, but I rake it in on those 2 days, man. So
get your
it's all
money.
gravy. What's happening, man?
You know.
So, good show as always, man. About to get a little spicy, but not on some other shit, okay?
Okay.
Not on what we got spicy with. And Sonny's line is white Americans stay out of black Americans' business, but I'm a hip hop head, so I'm jumping in this fucking fight, okay?
Okay.
My issue with it with I 100% agree, man. Black Americans drive the hip hop and R&B culture because it's something that they created. My issue is that you got Pedo Diddy, Charlemagne the God. How is he a gatekeeper, man? The dude is a convicted pedophile, bro. He raped an underage girl. The court documents are out there. How is he raised up to these Elapian heights? And then you got fucking Jay-Z, who pals around with your girl, Marina Abramovich, man. Fucking demon slayer, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue is when did the streets, you got Russell. Like, Russell was the man back in the day. He's hiding in Thailand because he don't want to come back and catch charges. Just like the fucking pedos in Hollywood, man, are at the top of the chain. I don't like the way that pedos and fucking degenerates are at the top of the hip-hop game, man. It needs to be claimed back by the streets. You see what I'm saying? That's why when they flamed Drake and Kendrick finally came out and somebody kind of finally bitch-slapped the Canadian fucking child star who was somehow running hip-hop, the American underground culture, it was a blessing to me. It was one of the happiest moments of my fucking last 5 years of my life, dude.
So wait, how did Charlemagne become the gatekeeper?
Dog, he listen to what he sits on Hot 97. Come on, man.
No, he's on 105.1.
Or whatever he's on, dog. He's a gatekeeper. He's the one that has Biden on, has Clinton on. He's always up there.
Yeah.
Fucking gatekeeper, dog.
Yeah.
A convicted goddamn He molested.
He was convicted. Word.
Bro, look at Kwame Brown stretched him out, put all the court documents out there for everybody to see, and this dude's still up there. Somehow gets a show on Comedy Central, pals around with Andrew Schultz, is all over the fucking place. They bring him on the Fox. Gutfeld brings him on the Fox. Check his history. Check his jacket. is public information, dog. They brought a 14-year-old girl to a hotel room, drunked her up, and fucking ran a train on her, bro. Kwame Brown had the girl's family.
Why he didn't do
dog.
time?
Dog, he copped deuces, man. And now this is another compromised motherfucker. Go listen, man. Go watch all the Kwame Brown when he first dropped up on YouTube, when he started ripping Stephen A. Smith and Charlemagne the God. Look, dude, he puts the documents out. He brings the girl's family on. They talk about the plea deals. They talk about what he did, dude. And this is a fucking another gatekeeper. Just like I said, I know you like his music, man, and I understand sometimes you got to separate the art from the artist.
Whose music?
But Jay-Z, bro.
Oh.
I know you like his music.
It says
But
right
listen,
here, Charlemagne's DNA wasn't found after a rape kit was administered. However, he did plead guilty to contributing to the delinquency of a minor and was sentenced to 3 years probation. Wow.
That's called copping a deuce for running a train on a 14-year-old girl, dog.
Oh, my
That's
God.
called, he was on his way up and coming. He was a little radio celebrity in South Carolina. Like Kwame Brown had the girl's family on, dog. Talk to the girl's family, man. Talk to her family, dude.
Like, he on some Diddy shit.
Come on, man.
No wonder he
Another
didn't
one,
want to
dog.
talk about the Diddy shit.
Another one, like you know, it's just, bro. It's like, goddamn, man. White America, you can't get Hollywood in fucking line. Black America, you can't get hip hop in fucking line, dog. How come every time when they all raise up to those heights, man? You know what I'm saying? We can't keep these fucking people. That's why I always say when we're talking about movies and shit, stop fucking paying to go to the theaters and bootleg that shit. Remember the days of bootlegging on the, bootlegging on the internet, bootlegging CDs?
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Bootleg that shit, man. Stop giving these fucking demons your money, man. Stop giving these demons your money. On the fucking Alex Jones shit, this shit is ridiculous, bro. And I disagree with you, man. They're going to liquidate InfoWars Studios, man. He's put 25, 30 years worth of money in infrastructure, satellites, big-ass studio. They're going to liquidate it. Because my thing is this, brother. He shouldn't even have been fucking held, man. How the fuck did he never called anybody out by name? He never said, well, this person is Sandy Hook's a liar. This person, he talked about the situation as a whole. You know what I'm saying? He never called out individuals' names like this family's lying and this family's lying. He thought it was a false flag. He's allowed to say that. They fucking rigged this shit off the gate, man, because he's a fucking voice. And we all know, whether he was right or wrong in Sandy Hook, I'm not the one to fucking say. But he's allowed to say it, dog. Defamation is when you call somebody out that's not a fucking public figure by name, dog. The shit was rigged against him. We seen it, like he was found guilty, and then all they did was he's with a judge. You could see the judge's face. You could see Connecticut. Come on, man. You're never getting a fair trial in Connecticut, man.
Yeah.
And remember when we go back, man, to the crazy bitch that was arguing with Josh Hawley from the Berkeley Law with the wild eyes, and you were like, look at this. Remember that? That?
Mm-hmm.
This is what all your law schools are pumping out, dude. This is the Franklin School. We all know, man. We all know what they have done, dude. We all know what these lawyers are. They're activist lawyers, man. They get in. They get paid. They fucking they're leeches of society, dog. They're the worst, man. They're liars, and they're all left wing, man. You have no right wing, no right wing lawyers. Nobody going after. It's just, dude. It's been hijacked. The legal system's been hijacked. So watch. I'm telling you, this federal judge is probably just like the little bitch that was sitting up there making her faces, shutting him down when he was saying things in court. Wouldn't let him put on a defense, wouldn't let him enter, just like with Trump's case in New York, wouldn't let certain people go on the witness stand, shut it all down. It's not real, dude. They're going to liquidate his assets, bro.
Well, it's personal assets, right?
I got him liquidating the studio, bro. I got him liquidating the studio, man. I think Alex is going to be reduced to just Twitter, dude. I really
You don't think they'll
man.
take the Twitter?
How can you take a Twitter account? It's just his, dude. Like, Elon owns the fucking platform. What are they going to do to be like, Elon, you have to kick him off the platform?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. But I think everything in the studio, I think pretty soon, within the next few weeks, man, this is just my opinion. You're going to see Alex Jones with a fucking webcam sitting in a fucking house somewhere. And that beautiful studio and everything, his whole life's work is going to be ripped away from him because he tells too much goddamn truth. The tip jar's out there. People know now, man. People know, like, you know, with that, when Bobby Kennedy came out and said the atrazine turns the fucking frogs gay, it's turning people gay, the tip jar got filled again. Like, mainstream people are like, Tucker's, people that people trust have now had Alex on, man. And, like, he's been opened up to the masses, man. They got to shut him down. They're doing everything they can. And let's not act like he's going to get a fair shake in our legal system.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't get a fair shake in the legal system. I don't know about Strong Dad and Goldstein, what their cases were or anything like that, but I know that my high time was 5 years. My sentencing guidelines on my Virginia case were supposed to be 5 years in prison. Somehow I ended up with 20, 13 suspended, and a $25,000 fine because I wouldn't snitch. You see what I'm saying? They don't play fair, bro. They just don't play fair, man.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling, man, this might be it for my man. But Hotep and Bill, everybody have a good weekend, man. Smoke a little weed, hug your family, do some fishing, touch some grass. And I'm a little bit mad you didn't ask me to come to Detroit, man. I could have been your token white, man. Bro,
next time.
man.
All right, yo.
Gotcha,
Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
Let's get Goldstein in here next. We waiting on Goldstein to call in. What's the chat talking about? Shapiro and Tim Pool gonna buy InfoWars equipment at auction.
Call from Murphy's Law Rescue.
Goldstein.
What's happening?
What's happening, bro?
Same old shit. So, Rudy, I definitely did what the fuck they charged me for, and I probably should have got more time than the 21 they gave me, but I get your point.
I started your interview with Duke.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went all right. I liked it, man. If y'all ain't knowing, I did an interview with Duke Lucas. We talked about some shit, shot the shit for a couple hours. It was fun. I liked it. I would like to do more shit with him, fucking around.
Yeah, it was a good conversation so far. I gotta finish it though.
Hell yeah. But yeah, hey, Alex Jones, man. Alex Jones is the brand, not InfoWars. So whatever they do to InfoWars is whatever they do to InfoWars. Who gives a shit? As long as Alex Jones is Alex Jones, financially he'll be fine. They could liquidate InfoWars today. He'd have equal or greater value tomorrow. My guess is greater because I believe this whole liquidation process is part of the process.
What process?
You know, I said in a tweet earlier, they have media matters, and I want to make media martyrs because that's what we seem to have a whole abundance of these days. Media martyrs. Some of them organic, some of them not so much. I believe our Alex Jones is one of the not so muches because I just have a hard time believing that the highest profile motherfucker in the game is going through all this martyrdom while still being able to live the lifestyle that he lives, have the reach that he has, which is important, probably more important than the money, and how this whole shit with Sandy Hook has been a net positive for him since it started. Just like with Kanye getting canceled, just like with all the rest of this weird shit that I just don't believe at all to be organic. It seems to me that there's a certain perception that needs to be painted in order for when the worm turns, as it were, for people to really back and be behind some of the grandest bullshit we will ever see in our lives over the course of the next 10 years. And Alex Jones is a part of that. He is the voice when it comes to alternative media, conspiracy media, whatever you want to label it as.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He is the man. And yeah, there's a lot of truth that has come through the InfoWars channels, right? There's a lot of truth that has been just that. But what we know is, if you look in every other area where truth is disseminated, it's always disseminated in a way as to, I don't know, keep people's attention while other shit's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, how much has he talked about the former head of the NSA being on the board now of OpenAI? All right. And that's
how much
kind
has
of a big
Alex
fucking,
talked about it?
yeah. And that's kind of a big fucking deal. Like, the former head of the NSA is now on the board of OpenAI. Right? So they'll talk about shit around that, pertaining to that. But the truth that people really need to know about, we never find out about. It's always like they're making frogs gay, which I suppose people need to know about that. But at the same time, when you juxtapose that to some of the other issues, it's like this is an issue that, while serious, kind of keeps you distracted from what the Fed is doing, or other entities, or other things that we all know are at the heart of all the bullshit and drama that we all are trying to fight against. And it's just like, So, listen, when the devil told Adam and Eve what he told Adam and Eve, he didn't lie. When they ate the fruit, they became like God. That's exactly what he told them they would do. God admitted it himself. Man's like one of us now. He didn't lie. He told them the truth. But at what cost? At what cost? Where's your solutions? That's always the big one for me. He told us a whole bunch of truth, but where's the solution to the truth? Where is the solution to the problem? So when you're just problems, and we're fighting, and you have an army of motherfuckers listening to you, but they're aimless, nothing ever gets done, nothing ever gets accomplished, and the actual shit that's fucking everything up never really gets talked about either. That's kind of how I've seen it this whole time. Well, not the whole time he's been out, because when he was back, like pre 9/11, and even a little bit after 9/11, dude was on some shit back then.
Yeah.
But then there came a point in time where it's like, I've seen a shift in your messaging. That's odd. And then, hanging out with Blair White don't really fucking get you no points from me either. So it's just one of them things where it's like, I believe he's, again, constructed in such a way as for people to see, look, he's being martyred. Look, Trump is being martyred. All these people are being martyred. And so when the turnaround happens, because the turnaround is going to happen, the martyrdom that he faced, the martyrdom that Trump's currently facing, and the martyrs that have been orchestrated throughout this entire sphere of alt media and politics, when these people actually come back to the fucking seat of power, anything they say goes. Anything they say goes. Any and everything they say goes. This is how you get an entire population to agree to run motherfuckers through ovens and all kinds of other shit. Because you've stacked it so goddamn high, the bullshit that they've had to overcome, that they will do any and everything to kick that shit over, topple that shit, and reestablish what they see as order.
So
that's my whole
it
thing.
sounds like you don't have much trust for Alex Jones.
Yes, but this is just my take. I do not speak for Hotep Nation or anyone involved with Hotep Nation. So,
and you feel like he should have came out and said something about this OpenAI situation that leaked today?
That's a big goddamn deal. Like, that's a huge fucking deal, I think.
Is it?
Now I could be wrong, but it's
why do you think it's a big deal?
Because it's one of them instances where we'll look back on 5 years from now when OpenAI is on some crazy shit and someone will pull this up because no one's really talking about it. Someone will pull this up and be like, this is where it started. You see what I'm saying? Like, how do you have the former head of the NSA on the board? And we'll all point back to this because it was just a story that was just out there and just people kind of just, and we'll wonder, well, why in the fuck does OpenAI have the ability to do this? And why in the fuck is OpenAI over here doing this? Well, there's NSA members on the fucking board. That's why. And not just any, but the former chief. And that's kind of why I think it's a big deal. You know, what are they going to be using AI for? How is AI going to be used to steal your goddamn information? How is AI going to be used to spy on you? Well, if there's an answer to that question, I'm guessing that guy had it.
You know, I think it is for me is I saw the news today about that, and I was just like, you know, I kind of figured something like that was already happening. Like, I thought that was just like, NSA, like, I don't know. When I look at things, I sort of look at them over the long term, right? So I see a company like OpenAI pop up, and they have AI, and I'm already like doing a 10-year trajectory, and from the very outset, I'm looking at it like a government op. I'm like from the very beginning, without anybody on the board, I'm like, okay, this is an op. I'm going to use it. I'm going to, get my work done with this AI, but AI is an op, right? At the end of the day.
Right.
So when I saw the news, I'm just like, all right, this is kind of just in line with where things are going to go, right? That's why I think I didn't flinch.
Well, we are cynical individuals. And when I saw it, I was like, well, I thought they were already doing this shit. I had the same reaction as you.
Yeah.
But I usually take that and I'm like, who's talking about this? Because that's when I kind of like, I feel out who, like, people in this alt media sphere, that's how I kind of feel you out. Are you actually talking about the important things? Because while you and I may suspect that this is going to happen or already has happened, most people don't. So most of Alex Jones's audience, they don't know anything about this, but I feel it's important for them to know shit about shit like this.
Yeah,
nobody says anything.
I haven't seen anything about this from the team. The only out I could give him is he's too busy with this court case. But wait,
and InfoWars is a team, so it's not always all on him.
Yeah, Jay Dyer's live right now. Tucker Carlson, Russell Brand, join Alex Jones. So what's Jay talking about? Let's see here.
EU. You got to get
That's
rid of.
That's another one, Tucker. Like,
Germans.
Tucker ain't saying nothing. Tucker's too busy talking about how aliens could potentially be demons.
Is that what he said?
That's what Tucker's at. I mean, that's what he's alluding to. Like, he's talking about this is a spiritual war. He's saying it without saying it. Every time he talks about aliens, and he's like, some of the stuff I've seen, it'll scare you. It's just like, it's not even what people think it is. I mean, this is a spiritual battle.
Yeah.
So he's saying it without saying it. But I mean, that's all fun. That's all fun and well. That's all the interesting shit. That's all the shit that gets people intrigued. But what about this OpenAI, nigga? Come on, Tucker.
The thing is, you got to couple this story with the collaboration with Apple.
Yeah.
Because you got OpenAI, Apple, and then former NSA. Like, you put those three things together, and it's just like, All right. Yeah. Surveillance is going to be out of control.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, some one of these motherfuckers, a Candace or a Tucker or somebody will fucking pull up a story and be like, this is crazy. And then they'll add this and be like, this is how we got here. Well, maybe we wouldn't have got there, motherfucker, if you would have talked about it 5 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I doubt anybody really has any real effect on how shit goes in that regard. But at least do your due diligence. At least make sure your hands are clean.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But who, just to counter that point, right? Like this is the, because I got my background's tech, so I'm like I'm looking at this news, I'm looking at things all, and I'm like, who better than to handle your cybersecurity than the NSA themselves, right? This is double-edged, Ghosty, because NSA guys are the ones that created SHA-256, which is the encryption technology behind Bitcoin, right? So NSA knows how to keep some shit secure, which also means they know how to keep some shit insecure as a result, right? So it's just like, if I were to hire somebody at my company for cybersecurity, somebody in NSA is definitely overqualified for the position. And like, who could you hire to do the job better than somebody from the NSA? But again, like you said, it's double-edged. It's like, it's NSA, so it's going to look like an op, but also it's NSA, so your AI is going to be secure. So it's just like, that's why I didn't talk about it, because I'm like, this could go either way.
It could. And, I normally would have a more benign take on this, but the NSA has proven themselves to be evil. And I'm not quite sure I want evil to be owning AI, or not owning, but sitting on the board of AI in any capacity.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to consult with the NSA on how to do X, Y, and Z, fine. But to put a motherfucker on the board, that just seems like, kind of how Twitter got usurped, because they were doing dumb shit like that. And now you got feds running all over the fucking
They got feds everywhere. Yeah.
So OpenAI, not to be trusted. Quit fucking with them on any substantive level. If you want to go over there and make pictures and do all kinds of silly shit, fine. But I wouldn't link anything to that motherfucker. I wouldn't, just leave it completely alone in that regard.
Man.
Like, really, to tell you the truth, if you're fucking around on the computer in any capacity, you're fucking up. And I'm fucking up because I'm fucking around on that bitch too. Really, we should all just be out fucking growing shit and walking our pets and fucking just living out there and living life. That's what we should be doing.
Yeah, you gotta go back to pre-internet.
Right. If you want to beat these motherfuckers, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
But since we lack self-control and we're just completely plugged the fuck in, at least be careful while you're in there.
Yeah. And Jermaine, he says, don't forget OpenAI is owned by Microsoft. Yeah, it's a partnership with Microsoft. And that's why I said I thought it was an op from the very beginning, because it's like, we already know how Microsoft gets down. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then, last thing, these motherfucking, I don't know, bro. These African bots, bro, are just as bad.
They are.
They're just as bad as the FBA bots, because those exist.
Right.
And I think that I saw a tweet. I forgot who did it. It might have been Scoon, but I think we should back Scoon's play on trying to get FBAs and a lot of these African motherfucking organizations. We should get them on a terrorist watch list.
I'm not opposed to it. They're a little wild bunch. They're a young wild bunch with no direction in sight.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, there's only one way niggas get from under this bullshit, right? Is we absolutely have to have a Dolph-esque figure come out of the woodworks and just grab everything nigga related, scoop it all into one motherfucking umbrella, right? And anything that doesn't come under that umbrella, stomp that shit the fuck out. That's the only way niggas ever come from under the fucking psyop. Right? We gotta already fucking focus on ourselves as a nation. Fuck all the dumb shit. I know we ain't got borders and all. Focus on ourselves as an actual nation. Put somebody in charge at the top of that motherfucker on some real.
It has to be. It has to
dictatorial-
be a dictatorship. Yeah.
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 And just like you're either this thing, this one single solitary thing, or away with you. Away with you. That's it. FBAs, ADOS, all that shit needs to be put to rest.
Eradicated.
Right? Eradicated completely. You either got an opportunity to come in the fold, denounce. That's the biggest thing. You have to denounce all that nonsense. I want public denunciation of ADOS, all that shit. Like, I am no longer with FBA. I don't even know what the fuck that means. This is what I am now.
I'm going to share something with you and see what your thoughts are on this. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Watch this. We're going to talk about requirements and rituals, right? So here we have Knights of the Golden Circle requirements and rituals, and it says right here, it was specified that candidates must have been born into the slave state, or if in a free state, he must be a citizen, a Protestant and slaveholder. A candidate who was born in a slave state need not be a slaveholder, provided he can give evidence of character as a Southern man. Initiates had to swear that, should my state or any other Southern state be invaded by abolitionists, I must muster the largest force I can and go to the scene of the danger. Wait. Yes. So basically what they're saying here is, if you come from outside of the state, outside of this nation, right? You must be of our religion. You must be a citizen, and you must hold a slave. Now that's if you come from outside of the walls. They're saying here you must hold a slave. But if you are of our stock, it is not required for you to hold a slave. And I think what they're basically saying is, you know, being that this is the Confederate States, what they're saying is because you're not from the Southern states, in order to prove yourself, we want to see you hold a slave, nigga. Like, so these secret societies, Knights of the Golden Circle, had the same mentality you were saying, where you have to have very stringent requirements and rituals set for your organization.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have fealty tests. You have to have that.
Yeah.
Right? Nowadays, anybody can. You know how you become an FBA? You gotta be black. That's the only requirement. You gotta be black, but you know how the main way you become FBA is all you gotta do is just put that shit in your bio and you're FBA.
Well, look what it takes to be woke right now. You just say the word nigga and you're in.
Exactly. That's it.
And this is how you create. This is how you create weak movements.
Exactly. The bar is low as shit.
Yeah.
Anybody can step over that motherfucker, and you're just basically saying, "Hey, insurgents, come hang out with us."
Yep.
That's all you're saying. It's like I want blood oaths. I want serious motherfucking dedication to the cause. Like, you got to actually sacrifice some shit, not physically, but just, you know. And that's the type of shit that niggas need to be on. If we ever stand a chance of coming from this umbrella of dumb shit, all right, that's the only way we do it. Is we just got to have one motherfucker be like, this is how it is, and if this is not how it is with you, you have two options.
Right.
Get your ass on, or get your motherfucking ass on. Those are your options.
Big facts. All right, man. Enjoy your weekend, bro. Let's get Cannon in here.
You too, man. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Cannon, call in. Let's get Cannon in here. What's the chat talking about? The ruler has to be extremely smart and clairvoyant even. Hotep Nation equals racist Knights of the Golden Circle. Yes.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Precisely. Okay, except I ain't no Bickley.
Call from
Cannon.
Cannon, what up, yo?
What's up, yo?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah, they trying to, man. They going so hard on Alex Jones. I wouldn't be surprised they want him to unalive himself. God dang, 1.5 billion, yo.
He don't got it, so like, what the fuck?
Of course he ain't got it, yo. That was the whole point of giving him 1.5 billion dollars in restitution or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I told you, yo, that's all Megyn Kelly's fault, yo. The motherfuckers is Megyn Kelly, like she's a darling. I'm like, yo, she the one that went in there and sabotaged that nigga.
How?
The Hatchet job she did of an interview on him, like back in like 2018.
About the Sandy Hook joint?
Huh?
She did what?
She went to InfoWars and she did an interview on Alex Jones, and they was like in agreement on what they were going to talk about, what they weren't going to talk about. Alex Jones had her on videotape or on recording. She was up there like buttering him up and all of it like a fucking honeypot. And then she as soon as they started the interview, what she did? The whole fucking interview was about Sandy Hook.
Mm.
And then they start chopping and fucking mixing and screwing the shit up. And then boom, right after that interview, what happened to Alex Jones? The Sandy Hook shit got rehashed, and then this nigga was on trial.
Mm.
The shit was always a setup. It was always a play. They did that shit on purpose. They sent her there because nobody even remembered that shit. Nobody even cared about it. It was gone. It was out of people's minds. Well, nobody talking about the shit. And then here she come with the interview with Alex Jones, and she bring that shit up. And next thing you know, here he go rehashing that shit all over again. After that, it was a bunch of shit. Alex Jones said this about this and this about this, and then boom, here come the lawsuits. Damn. It was always a play. And then her ass got when she was on the View, and I dressed up like Diana Ross, and they got her dumb ass out of there. Now all of a sudden she conservative, or she on the right now. But she set Alex Jones' ass up to fucking die. That's what happened, and nobody remember that shit. They just think, no, that Sandy Hook shit was done for. It was done. He had said what he said, whether you agree with him or not. He said what he said, which is his right to say this shit under the First Amendment. He didn't defame nobody. Ain't like motherfuckers ain't look at the situation and go, something don't seem right with this shit, allegedly. The shit was out of everybody's mind. That shit, when did that shit happen? 2012?
The shooting? Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I think it was 2012 or something like that. And then here she go, 2018. Nobody remember nothing about it. Nobody even talking about it. Here she come with her interview. And here she come with her questions about that shit. And then here they go with the promos talking about that shit. Here they go all over Twitter and social media and Facebook talking about that shit. And then what happened? He got excommunicated. He got banned from all social media platforms after that shit. Right after that interview, he got banned from all social media. Right after that interview, they erased his whole. I'm sure they got it somewhere, but they erased his whole gosh dang his social media. They erased all the videos they had on there where you could have went easily, just looked shit up and said, "Oh no, he didn't say that." That shit was gone immediately. Same shit they did with Darnie T. Concerted effort between all of them. And now he's going through what he's going through, all because of her. That shit started with her ass. And I ain't gonna say she did the shit on purpose. She followed orders just like everybody else followed orders. Somebody somebody sent it in there, and somebody sent it in there with the fucking like a Trojan horse, and that's what happened. He was playing the recorded video or the recorded like tapes of their conversations before the interview jumped out. That shit ain't matter though. That shit ain't matter. You talking about the kids. Talking about the kids of Sandy Hook, and that was a wrap. Next thing you know, he off social media. He couldn't plead his case on social media because he couldn't get out to the people other than InfoWars. And the left ain't about to go look at InfoWars. The people that need to be convinced ain't going to go look at InfoWars. So that's what happened, and that's why he going through what he going through. He did that. If he didn't do that interview with Megyn Kelly, that shit would not. He would be going through what he's going through right now. That's what sparked that shit off, straight up. And then last point to the dude that looked like Tariq Nasheed, whatever that nigga name is. I hate when niggas talk like that, yo. That shit is annoying. I am not inferior to no motherfucking body. I hate when they talk like that, yo. Like, oh, we need the government to recognize. Fuck that. Move how you gonna move. You need the government permission to learn some shit. I can't get nowhere without it. No, yes you can. It's just that's your excuse. I hate when they say that black people don't got power. No, you saying we ain't got power is you saying we inferior to every fucking body else. That shit annoys the hell out of me.
We had a brother in the Twitter space the other day say that shit.
I heard that nigga.
Oh, you heard it? Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. That's the one that Goldstein yeeted out of that bitch.
No, that was a different nigga.
Oh, I thought it was one that Goldstein yeeted out of there.
That was a different
almost on
cat.
that same shit too. That's what it seems. I know you talking about the dude that went on before him.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. It's like, yo, that's not how shit works. We can't get nowhere as a people because the white man said we can't. Shut up.
Perpetual victims.
But then they'll turn around and say black people move the needle. So do we move the needle or we got to get permission to fucking move the needle? Which one is it?
Right.
Like, stay consistent and stop being bitches about it. Like, you want to get somewhere, go get somewhere. There's a bunch of black people out here that example of they don't need somebody to tell them what the fuck to do and how to move.
Well, he's a paid op, so.
Of course he a paid op. He sound like a paid op.
Yeah.
Smug ass face. He just sound like it's like that's what you call, like, that's what it sound like when you code switching. You get that nasally fucking news anchor voice.
Yeah. I hate that shit.
Yeah, that's what that is. When you hear a nigga with a nasally news anchor voice, you already know he controlled opposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period. Full
Can't
stop.
trust him.
Anyway, you can't trust that shit. The minute he starts saying, well, you know, I'm like, come on, man. Like, ladies and gentlemen, like, it's just like, all right, shut up. Let me turn this nigga off, because I already know he about to be on some bullshit. It don't matter what side they on. They all sound like it.
They all sound like
you start
that.
hearing that shit, you just got, because they want to fit in, and they probably happy as hell that got the call. Let me do this so I can get my shekels. And that's what it is. They're never genuine about what their message is, y'all. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna come to real niggas like the Hoteps to get their takes. They wanna go to them niggas. That's how that shit work. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you up, y'all. I'm about to go home, about to chill out, drink me a brew, and probably smoke a cigar and chill out, y'all. Hotep and Bill.
All right, yo, Hotep and Bill. Enjoy your weekend, bro. Yeah, that shit is mad zesty. Hold on. I'm trying to hold on a second. Yeah, he got to be more accent heavy. No updates yet. No updates. He's probably still in the courtroom. Hold on.
It's just next level. But support our sponsor, drjonesnaturals.com, because my dad's been a great guy. He's fought hard, and obviously that's important. But also support InfoWarsStore.com. Though, if they shut it down today, I would imagine the court will keep it going and ship out whatever products were already ordered. But I don't know. I mean, it's InfoWars is pretty shot up right now. It's sinking, and they figured out. Oh wait, he still has social media. He's still, and I can still go any show I want. I can just whatever. Go ahead and see if you can take away Real Alex Jones.
All right, so Alex looks like
Your cardio.
Looks like he's headed back to the studio or home or something like that. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the update is, man. HJ, you about to be in Detroit? Secret mission flag mode? Well, I kind of let the cat out the bag, but yeah, I'm gonna go out to Detroit. I'm going to the Grifters event. I know Bryson's gonna be there. I got a lot of family out there, so I called some homies up out there, and they're gonna meet me at the event. Yeah, so we're gonna go check it out and see what the Grifters are all about. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out of here. I'm about to go and get ready for my trip. Y'all be well, stay merry. Tell somebody in your family that you love them. And as always, wait, did I miss a super chat? Goldstein is correct. Creating Weimar problems means they have to create Weimar solutions. And that train is never late, no pun intended. Oh, man.
Oh, this a real Hotep.
Descending to Loki, happy Father's Day. If you ain't a father yet, make some kids this weekend.
Oh, this a real Hotep.
Descending to Loki, appreciate you. Shout out to Hotep, Yatu Saves, and Bailey. Hey, next week I'm gonna reinstate your wrench. Remind me, yo. Remind me. Shout out to my people on Rumble. I'm out of here, man. Go enjoy your weekend, yo. It's gonna be some great content this weekend. Let's look out for it.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year Award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you? Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through. No one's been shot yet.
But I gotta say, at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year.
Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.